title this video Alien Invasion. If you're new to my channel, my name's Wayne Lambright. I'm actually running for president of the United States in 2028. My fourth time. I'm always trying to guess what's going to happen. I'm not sure how many other people who else is trying to guess what happens? Economists? People in the stock market? Yeah. That's where it started with me. I used to be a mortgage banker, and my boss told me, well, the interest rates always go down during an election season, Wayne. Don't you know anything? I'm like, no, I don't. And he was right. Yeah, whoever's in charge will lower the interest rates for the midterms to help the election. The person, well, actually Nazi scientist, his name is Werner von Braun, and he was captured. He was the top rocket scientist at Pernamunde, or Vernamunde. It was basically like the Nazis' Area 51. It was where their top secret rocket, the V2, was being developed. It's kind of over by Estonia and Lithuania. I've been to Estonia. It's beautiful over there. He said, the last trick the government will play on the people is a fake alien invasion. Now think about this. He's the guy in charge of making the rocket, the Saturn V rocket that went to the moon. The rocket did go in orbit. I think we went to the moon with a UFO. And we can't tell people that because it's a UFO. And they would wonder how it worked. And that would upset the whole oil, the combustible technology economy we live with today. Today's economy is based on combustion technology. It's based on burning things, and anti-gravity is actually electricity, no burning. Gravity comes, well, I'm saying that gravity is electricity, and nobody else says that but me. That makes me kind of weird. However, what if I'm right? Confidence and knowledge, right? That's the kind of guy you want to be president. I'll tell you the weirdest thing about this prediction is the Steven Spielberg movie. And a friend of mine reminded me about War of the Worlds. And I think Spielberg made a War of the Worlds Spielberg movies. Let's see, did he make a modern War of the Worlds? I think Tom Cruise was in it. I'm getting his movie list. Oh, my internet's down. Damn it. Darn it, my internet is connected to my hotspot. I'll be right back. Let me see if I can reset this. I hope we're back. The 12th of June is when the movie comes out. 6/12. My brain sees the 12 as 2 6s. I don't know what's wrong with me. So 666 is also June 12th in my brain. I'm weird. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. How many months do we need to let Steven Spielberg make money on this? 3 weeks? 4 weeks? He's part of some giant lie about to happen. Whatever this fake alien invasion, Steven Spielberg's movie, I suspect, is going to plant all those seeds. Maybe the 12th, his movie's out, and then 7 days later, the 19th, is when it happens. And people will be like, oh my God, it's just like that movie we just saw. It'll be like aliens arrive in macaroni corn. The elbow macaroni. Their spaceships look like elbow macaroni, the size of a city. Just something silly. They'll be like, oh, it's just like the movie. You realize that nearly all of the news is fake. It's all manufactured, and there's I'm going to call it a global narrative. Somebody is following some type of global narrative that we only witness. We're not part of the creation process. I mean, it's obvious, just think it's the New World Order spoon feeding us their agenda. They've determined that you cannot fast forward this any more than such and such. Apparently Netanyahu's in the hospital right now, the 25th. That would be interesting if he's not on the scene anymore. I still think they're using Israel as a way to sabotage Saudi oil. By making the neighborhood, the Middle East, I'm calling it a neighborhood, by making it destabilized with constant war and neighbors hating on each other, it's a good way, it's easy for us to offer solutions that give the government money, and then we get the oil at a discount. America destabilizes the Middle East. Yeah, we're behind that. And the Saudis don't care because we've got all their money in the stock market that is rigged. I was telling Jessica tonight that I still think they want to depopulate the world. I would think they want to murder. Well, there's 8 billion. They want to murder 7.5 billion people. Think about it. Elon Musk has the electric car thing very figured out. If we get rid of most of the world's population, the whole world could just drive those electric cars forever. If you do a bioweapon and all those people just die, but the infrastructure's still there, then Elon's electric car plants will still be functioning, making those batteries. Like, there will be enough material, there will be enough manufactured vehicles that are electric, probably for the whole world. There's probably enough solar panels already made to support the whole world. The whole world could stop right now manufacturing things, kill off 7.5 billion people, and the other 500 million that live could probably sustain themselves almost indefinitely without manufacturing much after that. I mean, you'd have to manufacture a little bit of stuff, but the majority of the global infrastructure had been completed. That's what I want to say. Yeah, if you kill off 90% of the world's population right now, there's enough global infrastructure to probably last nearly a lifetime. Do you like Trump, Ari? I can't believe somebody would admit to liking Trump, but go ahead. My comments are open. Do you really want to be on the electric record for supporting Trump? Trump's, well, he's a Democrat. He's just doing what the Democrats want. It's his job to be the bull in the China shop and to make sure there's no China left over. Yeah, he's just a wrecking ball. That's all Trump is. He's a wrecking ball. He's at the end of his life. His legacy was made before he entered office, both good and bad. Have you figured out how you're going to charge your phone if the electricity's off? Most people can't go 10 hours or 24 hours with their phone being offline. If there's no electrical power, how are you going to charge your phone? Start your car. Eventually, you're going to run out of gas to have your car running. Do you have any emergency food? Probably not, huh? God. I have a little bump on my head back here, and I was picking it. It feels like scar tissue or an ingrown hair, but there's nothing there. It's just like I can just. It could be like a skin tag. I mean, I played with it until it was bleeding really good. That's God's natural. But just play with it till it's bleeding a lot, and you'll probably fix it. Probably dig it out. What if I change my name to Nick Fuentes and run for president? That might be funny. Little, that's my surveillance system making some beeps. Little bugs in the night flying will trigger it. I gotta get a different surveillance system. I hate my thing. I think we'll have a stock market crash by August. So that's 60 days away. Within the next 65 days, we'll have a stock market crash. There's just so many experts crying about a stock market crash. So, I mean, we shouldn't ignore the experts, should we? And have you noticed the Democrats are suspiciously quiet? They're like, yes, Trump. Keep doing it, Trump. You're falling into our trap, or you're following our plan. Michael Burry has said, I stand by my analysis. I'm not claiming NVIDIA is Enron. It's clearly Cisco. Bye, bye. Mumus. M-U-M-U-S. Not sure what that means. That's what I was reading at Biz, B-I-Z. My lights over there, dead. My little plants. I still have a bunch of seeds left. I bought some like 12 seeds or 13 seeds for $9. Some male and some female, so I'll just try to sprout more. But I basically lost 60 days. I'm not doing so well. I have to go to war against these little mice. I sat in one of my cars today that should be mice proof. There's little mice turds in there. I'm like, are you kidding me? How the fuck did you get in here? Oh, they're mice. They know how to get in places. I gotta just buy a bunch of rat traps, mice traps. obviously the worst is mice could do damage to your wire harness or anything like that. It's you can't fuck around with these guys. I already put a trap out there. The mice was only this long, and I'm using the big ass trap, so I'm using a trap for mice this big instead of. I literally need to buy 10 or 20 of each trap and just have them on hand. Hold on a sec. Emergency necessary. I've got this old weed. It's 5 years old. And it's doing something. It's not giving me a buzz, but I also wouldn't want to drive because just the smallest of whatever you can get in trouble. So it's giving me the smallest of whatever. And I just like to puff on. I've actually thought about tobacco a few times. I'm like, why would you do tobacco, Wayne? You could just puff on weed. I mean, tobacco's got nicotine. Nicotine's pretty awesome. I thought about growing my own tobacco. This is what bothers me about getting older is there's so much I want to do. Like literally, there's so much I want to do. And I'm worried I'm going to run out of time. Well, I'm not that worried. Because if I was worried, I'd be doing more about it, right? Yeah, we only do things we worry about. Like weight loss, I was worried about it, and I'm doing something about it. Lost 35 pounds. Also, I haven't lost anything for a month. I looked at my tweets and stuff, and I was the same weight a month ago at 240, so I've plateaued. And the first thing I thought of was breaking my sobriety, getting drunk for a week, and then getting back on the wagon and diet. I mean, being alcohol sober doesn't mean shit to me. What matters to me is actually personally accomplishing something. You know, like what I accomplish as a human being, not money related, is what drives me. Yeah, that's a really good. What drives Wayne Lambright? Personal curiosity, bragging rights over something. You know, like I'm always into something odd, and I'm very interested in proving that I was smart about something. I've got all kinds of insecurity about my about all kinds of things. All right. I'm opening the popcorn. These are my popcorn instructions, and there's the marijuana. Just in case a little fuzz in there or something, just cleaning up the weed. Get a little bit more light on this. Hell yeah. Okay, oh, there's something I don't want. Like there's a pine needle. Don't want to smoke that. Alright, I like that. I'm ready to smoke this. hard. See what we can do. One-handed, I doubt I can do this, but we'll try. Oh, we're looking like some success here. Oh yeah. There we are. Okay. I gotta put the filter here. Actually, this is the end of the show. I need to just focus on rolling my joint. Yeah. Oh no. My last paper. Better not screw this up. It's looking good. All right, we're done. Let's break it out of the package here. This is what I call my stash tray. It's just where the marijuana crumbs go. You should always have some kind of stash tray. That's what my dad used to call it. Uh-oh. All right. I've tried to take photos of it so I could see it. Oh well. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist. Oil was going up. What is this, day 70? We're not out of the woods yet? Fucking Trump. And Pete, Secretary of War. What a loser. Trump is surrounding himself with morons. Hey, Raisin. Oh, yeah, roll one for me, Raisin. I wish I had a summer home. I would leave here by the end of April, start living in another place, start a garden. That would be so nice. I'm trying to get my pulse on the politics right now. Oh, there's a popular one here. It says alien invasion, 300 replies. Are you going to get on the ships? I would get on the ship. Well, we're going to die on Earth. Might as well die on a spaceship. U.S. targets Iranian missile launch site and boats in self-defense strike as negotiations continue. Usually when you're throwing punches, that's not the time of negotiation. If you're shooting and attacking, that's not a negotiation, that's an attack. Imagine you're getting divorced, but you're getting divorced and you're beating your spouse while you're negotiating. No, that's a fight. We're not a legal country anymore. It's really weird what's going on. Ferrari introduced an all-electric car and it's horribly ugly. It's completely unexpected. Nobody's going to think that's pretty, except for the two guys who did it. I'm sure it's an absolute beast. 1,000 horsepower, probably 2 tons, so the traction would be unreal. It's always going to have, it's so heavy, it's going to grip. It's so ugly, people will buy it it's $800,000. Trump is now single-handedly responsible for 27% of the national debt. What? Hold on. The fuck? Well, there we are. The Zionist victimhood is baffling. Okay, I'll tell you what Zionism is. Zionism is Adolf Hitler saying, "What do you expect me to do? They're attacking me from the concentration camps. I had to do something. They're attacking me from the Warsaw Ghetto. They own the newspapers. I had to do something." You know, Hitler was a bitch. He killed 79 million Christians. He's responsible for World War II. If he hadn't done what he'd done, 79 million Christians would be alive, and the world would be probably mostly white. Yeah. By killing off, the Jews are white also, so 85 million people died in World War II. White. I'm sure there's a sprinkling of brown people in there. If I was a brown person, I'd be like, it's time, we need another World War II. You white people getting too thick around here. Man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. The Tesla quotation, and I would rather drive a Pontiac Aztek. Would you? I mean, why wouldn't you just rather drive a Mercedes? You know the Aztek is more expensive than the Mercedes. People don't realize a Mercedes-Benz is actually the world's cheapest car. You just don't know. You're just not good with math. And you don't know how to think more than a day in advance. But I'll tell you something. If you looked at the cost of a car over 20 years, fuel, insurance, maintenance, upkeep, my Mercedes is... Well, I should do the math because, I mean, a 240D, you could have bought that car in 79, you'd still be driving it 50 years later. That's what I'm talking about. The Germans are unbelievable. They literally put probably 3 times the hours into engineering. And that's actually substantial because back then everything was drawn on paper with pencil. And yeah, you know, you can have a good first draft, but when you start really fine-tuning things, and it takes an engineering mindset. You have to be, well, you have to have, well, it takes high IQ. You have to have a passion for excellence. There's a lot of competitive behavior in the science. The bad weather, I think, is what makes the Germans good, is those winters. They're gray and dull. So people are stuck indoors with not much to do for a long period of time, and they got a heater, and they're busybody people. That's like the Swiss watch kind of thing. I think that environment, I think just that environment of Northern Europe is what it takes to incubate a paradigm shift in technology. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll keep getting what you've been getting. So people been sunbathing for years are not going to invent something because they're sunbathing. But the poor bastards who are dreaming about sunbathing will invent the electric light, the sun tanning booth. You know, they'll invent all these things to make their life a little bit more comfortable. It's kind of weird to be living in this life that we live here in 2026 and know that anti-gravity is a real thing. I believe that time travel is a real thing. And then to know that our government is withholding it from us purposefully. Like, they work for us, but that's not how it is anymore. We work for them. You know who should really give a shit about the pedophiles? Are police officers with children. Some of you cops are going to get your children stolen, murdered, and raped. And it's because you're looking the other way on current pedophiles. In your department, your office, there are pedophiles. There are politicians locally, and your police are covering that up. So they're allowing the dangerous people to roam free, and they're going to prey on your children. They won't be preying on my children because I don't have any. If you have children, you should be running for president because you have more to lose than I do. Here I am, benevolent, trying to protect your kids, and I don't even have kids. And here you are with children, not trying to protect them. You're just like, I'll vote for the Democrats, I'll vote for the Republicans. You don't give a fuck. You're not even willing to protect your own children. What's that say about you? Not much. You guys don't realize the risks I take running for president. Yeah. You're not willing to do it. I got a family to feed, Wayne. I got children. It's too risky. You deserve to have your children eaten. You do. You're a coward. You're not a good parent. You're not protecting your children. Your family values are zip. You have none. You're probably regretful you got pregnant or got somebody pregnant. Wish you could have done it different, and you're just doing the best you can with what you got. They eat the children. Like, they purposely murder children. I mean, I've heard a story about a girl, she was 6 years old, and her mother gave her the knife so she could slit the throat of her brother Sam. She had to kill Sam, and then they ate Sam. It's a little uncomfortable to hear these stories. You know what's more uncomfortable? Having your children murdered because you're too lazy to run for political office, and then you throw shit towards me because I'm trying to protect your fucking kids. Well, that's what high IQ people do. Is high IQ people share their IQ points with people who don't have who don't have the extra IQ points to look out for their children, to make the world a better place. That's what the intellectuals are supposed to be doing. Instead, I would say 99% of these intellectuals have become bullies for their political parties. You're literally slitting your own throat, and you're slitting the throat of your children, you dumb motherfucker. You dumb motherfucker. You're slitting the throat of your children with your identity fucking politics. I'm glad Jeffrey Epstein is eating your children, your family's children. It's actually pretty funny. You voted for Trump, who's protecting the people who raped your children. That's who MAGA is. And they cannot look themselves in the mirror and admit they let a pedophile, misogynistic, abusive, narcissistic, megalomaniac moron Trump in office. He's horrible. And the Democrats should be lined up against the wall and shot for not impeaching Trump. They're basically empowering this bulldog to do the damage. Well, if you're watching, Steve says he's watching his children on surveillance. And guess who else is watching your children on surveillance? You know, the surveillance system is connected. They have a back door. They can see everything you can see. If you got a picture, you got a camera in your bedroom, they're watching you. I could see unplugged cities happening. I could see whole towns of no internet. I could almost see towns pop up with no electricity. Pre-industrial revolution society, like the Amish. Yeah, just like the Amish. You're like, I think you're just describing the Amish, Wayne. I think I was. Kind of neat to think the Amish figured it out. The Amish figured out how to live without technology, and the Mormons figured out how to rape children without going to jail. We need to talk more about the Mormon rapes. How much rape goes on in the Mormon household? Get some of those women who had left it, they'll tell you all the stories. Trump just let somebody out of jail? No, it was an attorney in Waco, Texas. He got a life sentence for raping a boy. And then, like, somehow Trump just got him out of jail. Yeah, full Amish might be interesting. I mean, they're doing the stuff I like, which is farming, family, barns, husbandry. I love all that stuff. It smells good too. Nature, like farming, plants. The only thing I got living right now is my watermelon plant. And I got a special watermelon. It's like it could be up to 50 pounds. Well, who knows if it's going to do good. I probably should plant a few more. I'm going to get some chicken wire this week so I can put stuff in the ground. I'm just worried about the rodents eating my babies. All right, let's keep reading some news here at Politically Incorrect. People are saying that there's hate on people from the country of India. I'm not feeling that. I think we have cultural differences. You have the caste system, and there's just a lot of things the Indians do that we consider to be uncivilized. That's all. Importing a bunch of Indians is just another way to abuse a minority. AI is going to change everything. I mean, actually, AI and Elon's robot. He's got like a humanoid robot, and I think it can fold your laundry. Come on, like $10,000, $15,000. I could see a lot of people buying a robot that's going to fold their laundry, and I mean, we could be entering the Jetsons territory with their robot maid. Maybe you ask the robot to make you a sandwich. Can it make you a sandwich? It probably can. Elon said, don't worry about retirement. Okay, let's say that's true. There's also the other rumor that they're just farming humans on Earth for our happiness and our misery. So if computers allow us, and AI allow us to have a more rich lifestyle of leisure, aren't we just fed farm animals? Like, we're like just chickens at that point in some kind of coop from the foster farms or something. Like, if we're not working and we're just being fed and people aren't doing anything, and then there's people who live on the moon controlling our souls, it feels like they're gonna just turn it into a human misery factory. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Like, Elon he doesn't want global population to drop. Half the world's saying we can't feed them, and the other half is saying we can feed them. Make up your mind, Elon. For some reason, I think the aliens, they call it louche, they get joy from our displeasure. So they want to create conflict, and the more conflict humans have, and the more pain they endure, the happier the aliens are that manage us. It's such a backwards idea. I mean, and it's so preposterous. It could be true. The aliens call us containers. They said, like, you are your human body is as much to you as this Hawaiian shirt is to me as a human. Like, this is not a human. It's just a shirt. And the same applies to the body that we're in. This meat suit is just a suit of meat. the words coming out of my mouth, these facial features, that's my consciousness manifesting through this visual meat suit. But my brain, even my thoughts are not in the head. It's a transmitter and receiver to the external universe. Like you could write on a piece of paper, yellow bean. And there's a chance I could guess yellow bean and not see the paper. Like literally your eyes in writing could go through the universe and I could visualize what your eyes saw. Because basically our nerves and our brain are electrical impulses, and that's actually that's another way to describe a radio signal. Really what the eye is seeing is electrical, and then the signal goes to the brain, and then you're like, lift the arm. I really love the idea of a simulation. It does help make more sense. And also, well, I mean, there's something beyond the universe. We don't know what it is. So that's like, we really don't know. So I think it's kind of fair to say what we don't know, we should just call a simulation. That's easier for me. But it is pretty weird, don't you think, that we just don't know where the end of the universe is? Like there's so many unanswered questions. And then there's so many lies. Just trying to get answers sometimes is pretty painful. Like anti-gravity. I think that the iron core of the earth is solid iron. It's not fucking molten. So every goddamn history book and science book in the world I'm saying is wrong. And it takes a weird guy like me to change the world to wake you fuckers up that it's electromagnetism and that the sun is electricity. It's not fire, it's electricity. It's a plasma. Light is electric magnetic radiation. Electric, so we're inducing the electricity and transforming into an electromagnet. They're gatekeeping this information from us. Yeah. What's going to happen to all the get-rich people when they lose their ass in the stock market or whatever? Like, if the stock market crashes, even crypto is going to crash, because you're not going to leave a stable investment, stocks, and go to a risky investment, crypto. Crypto's going to drop because people, so you got money in crypto here, but you had money here in stocks, but it dropped. But you still have this perception of money over here in your crypto. So you're going to liquidate some of that crypto to make up for what you lost over here. And that's all going to happen in the same day as the crash. So then people will be liquidating crypto positions to make up for what they lost in the stock market. Warren Buffett is probably the best advice you need right now, which is, I don't know, I'm sitting on cash. It looks like it's going to crash. And when it does, he's ready to buy everything pennies on the dollar. Okay, so there's the answer right there. We should be investing in Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway. They're sitting on a huge, I don't know, $50 billion in cash. It's a huge amount of cash. If I was Berkshire, I would put it in something a little bit more stable than cash, like physical gold, physical silver, physical copper. Like, why aren't we stacking copper? Like, I actually, like, copper's $5 a pound, but to get a pound of copper costs you 15, kind of thing. Let me find out how much a pound of copper. Pound of copper. I would love to have bars of copper. Yeah, it's $6 a pound. They're saying raw bullion ingots 99,999 pure copper is retail 19 to 65 per pound. Oh, so it's 10 at 65. That's 10x more than spot price. All right, I'm done. Jessica's going to chat me up, so I'm going to talk to her. Good night, people.